Hey, what's up? I'm here with Sith Lordly of Spinetix, and you're watching
Wine, Cheese, and Comics, please.
Salute. Yo, before I even begin, man, many blessings out there. But yo, shout out to my man, Last Level Comics. Yeah, he's backstage. You about to see him. But did you see that intro, man? AI generated. We might have to play it again, man. Hold on 1 second. One more time. Ready. Pay attention.
Hey, what's up? I'm here with Sith Lordly of Spinetix, and you're watching
Wine, Cheese, and Comics, please.
Bro, tell me that isn't fire. Ladies and gents, welcome to Wine, Cheese, and Comics, please. A sophisticated look at the state of comics, collectibles, and everything pop culture. As you can see behind me and on my t-shirt, it's been a Super Mario experience type of day, but I'll bring that up in a little while, man. I got a couple of amazing guests tonight. Y'all know them. Y'all love them. They're my co-hosts, but then we got some other guests that's going to talk to us about wine, y'all. So I got my wine and cheese. I hope you guys got yours. So let's get it on and popping. Enough of me talking. I got two co-hosts on this show, so we got to get it on. Let's go first. Let's bring in the time traveler, man. Y'all know him. Y'all love him. He comes to us from the year 4044. And he's coming back in time to give us all of the scoops because y'all know he has it all. The one, the only. Promiscuous Kyle. What's going on, time traveler?
Man, 4004 is wild. I'm surprised we made it this far, actually. Like, there are some things that happen in 2026 that change everything. So,
wait a minute.
Just
3 years from now?
Just 3 years. You have
some craziness?
no idea. 3 years, it gets wild. All right,
Oh
when our special guests come in, I am going to open up this delicious bottle of sake. It's not going to focus on the sake bottle.
Oh, that's fantastic. You got the sake goodness there.
It's a drip sake where it's a low yield. They literally let it drip using gravity. The name of it is gravity, and let me have you have the bottle. There you go. And it's local. It's the only sake brewery in Southern California. So
that's fantastic.
Yeah. So I will crack this open.
We got some wine. We got this next co-host. Y'all know he's not drinking wine tonight. He's probably on like a bottle of Absolute something crazy. Let me bring the boy in, man.
Absinthe.
Going nut. Y'all know him. Y'all love him. Mr. Sabotage Auction himself. The one, the only. Matt. Y'all, he's on strike, ladies and gents. He is on strike. Abusive work conditions. That's BS. The union has given him such a great deal, and this is how he treats us, Kyle. This is how he treats us, man. He's got a great deal.
I made a mistake, first off, but also it threw this weird wrench that kind of woke the chat up and and actually made it better for the auction. So I stand by it, but I also apologize. So.
No, it was hilarious, man, and that's why I always try to tell y'all, man.
Anything out today? Oh, cause some came in the mail today. These nuts. Got him! Got him!
It still says tomorrow.
I know he had nothing better to do than to crash the party and destroy the show.
So
That
I got
was so
some.
much-
I
that
got
was
some
so much
strawberries
fun,
that
man.
I'll be munching on. I got.
But what is that you're drinking now?
I have a nice Chardonnay of the Kirkland variety for the Costco fans out
Oh, there
there.
you go.
It comes
So-
in a big box.
I have some nice Maker's Mark and
Mm.
goodies right here. Yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
so we're mixing it up. We got sake,
We're
we got
mixing it up.
wine,
We
we
got-
got whiskey, and we
Yeah,
got
we're gonna be
Strike from the
sophisticated.
Union.
And as far as my cheese, I have an official pizza pie.
You just
Let's
let me
do
know
it.
when you're ready for union negotiations to come
I'm
back
gonna
in.
be breaking into some Irish.
What are you
cheddar
drinking, you striking bum?
and some string cheese.
He's got it.
Under these
got it.
work conditions, we would probably drink a water because we can't afford the pay rate that
He's got a
Sam's-
no hobbits on his on his abominable snowman. Oh my god. Oh my god. So I got something really cool in the mail, by the way. But let's just say what's up to the chat, while this guy gets
I'm
off
gonna-
the strike, man, because
I'll
we
let
got
my
some
hair
people in
down,
the
too.
party. We got my man Gerald Yates in the building tonight. Yo, this package I'm about to show you actually comes from Gerald Yates, y'all. So
Oh, cool.
make sure you guys.
Oh, is it? Is it?
Yes,
Oh,
yes,
dude,
yes.
you said it wasn't gonna be.
He said it wasn't going to be here until Thursday. I told y'all, man.
Dude, we got
Man,
lucky.
his word.
All right.
So shout out to
Cool.
Gerald Yates. We got the homie Manny the Hobgoblin hanging out tonight. Lizzie Pops, yo, the artwork, and we got to show that tonight. Liz put the wine and cheese official artwork behind her. Darth Lucian says, "What is the plush behind you?" So I have Mandalorian and I have Black Chrysanthemum.
Bubble wanted me to say that Mandalorian's like a pile of crap, like the season is right now. So, thanks, Bumble. I appreciate you giving your input.
Oh my god, it's about to be. Yo, he actually has a bottle of wine in front of that abominable snowman. So, but by Mario. Yeah, this is Mando. That's Black Chrysanthemum by Mario right there. All right, so before we begin the show, man, I am just like
Welcome to ASMR City.
You
Jesus.
see, this is the work condition we have to put up with. He hijacked our show to showcase his unboxing, and you wonder why I can't even afford to be on camera anymore.
You know, I
The
think
abuse-
he's gonna promote. I think
abuse
he's
that
gonna
we get.
promote super chats too.
Here's a
White
glove.
We're
glove.
gonna, we're gonna hear that.
Here's a
White glove it.
y'all.
Yeah, put it around your head for me.
I'm gonna do the Jabberwockies, y'all. But
From America's Best Dance Crew.
yes, all right. So we're gonna get into.
Hold
some-
up. I am Super Crew for those of you out there. No Jabberwockies, man. Super Crew only.
So, can you guys see this? The weight on
Oh,
this
shit.
right here. This is the 2021.
Yo, that's legit.
Yes,
Holy crap, dude.
What is
this
it?
is 10
Silver?
troy
It's-
ounces, 999 fine silver, y'all. This is a bass card. Look at this. This is
Oh,
the
look, you got
2020.
two. How many did you get? 2 or 3?
Two.
Oh, good. Well, you can send it to me for all the lost wages that you owe me. That'll be first in negotiation tonight. There we go. Hey, whoever sent him this package, I appreciate it. Just think of all the servants at the peon level that work the salt mines, making the content, thrown in front of the bus on nightly auctions, blamed for the shitty internet he has at his house that doesn't work. Has to literally wake up in the middle of the night to come on to defend themselves in the middle of an auction because they're
No.
getting blamed.
Now, did he not reach out to you for an invite to get onto that auction last
Well,
night?
He's
I'm promoting. I was promoting. When's the last time you promoted for a show?
So,
Oh wait, you say that for us peon workers again. On strike, abusive work conditions. You're hearing it here first tonight.
so Gerald, just so you know, there is a little shard on that case that came off. This is how it was mailed. I just opened this package. So that case is already not surviving the weight of transportation, but I digress. Man, we got so much to talk to you guys.
Oh, wait, whoa, hold on. Liz Barnes just sent you a new pick sans. I would send it to Matt, but I can't cross the picket line.
I mean,
so
with
wait,
the
the
hand?
picket line, you would send it to me so I could use it for union negotiations, but you just send it to the, King Contraband himself over here, Mr. Two-Stack Baskar Steel. I'm done.
Matt, tell him why you're mad. Y'all heard of the Mad Rapper, right? Y'all heard of the Mad Rapper. Matt is the official Mad artist, y'all.
Fair. I'm gonna start cutting my cheese. However, I already cut my baguette. Little slices of baguette. Actually, I will admit it. I bought them sliced, and I also have some strawberries. These are all provided to me by the contract that I signed with Sam's, actually.
And that contract is being very lucrative for you right now.
Yes, it has. I mean, dude, look at the price of this cheese. It's like $6 for this tiny little brick, man.
You guys tell me why Matt is, going through this right now. I don't know. But let me share screen really quick. I want to shout out because this is amazing.
You son of a bitch. Oh, the contract negotiation. No. Oh, I'm making enough to make $6 bottles of cheese.
So, shout out to Liz Barnes. Look at Wine, Cheese, and Comics, please. We got some amazing graphics here. You can see the Wolverine claws, Captain America, Bill, Batman, Flash, Cookie Monster Eyes, Superman. This is classy right here. This is
so classy. I wish it was white wine, but I understand that it wouldn't look good on the cups. However, she is waiting to do the hand of Wolverine last because it's going to have the most detail. So I'm looking forward to that.
This is a very, very nice start to an amazing piece here, y'all. So stay tuned. We will be updating y'all with more of that goodness right there.
Yeah, we should negotiate the percentage of the super chats that I get. We can maybe give some of that to Matt as well.
Yeah,
negotiate the super chats you get.
The piece that we want to give to Matt is probably just maybe a quarter or tenth of what you and I get. So we'll talk about it later.
Yeah.
Can't take this abuse much longer.
Oh boy, here we go, man. We got a lot to talk about. Where are we starting, man?
Hold on. So I gotta pull it up because I was, on my strike over here and I couldn't, prepare mentally for what it was. So we didn't get we told them the theme of the show tonight is all about AI, but we're gonna dive deep into, is AI pretty much screwing everything that we do in life, from comic books to voiceovers to making me look attractive in a picture that will never happen again in a million years,
writing, sampling your favorite artists, making their voice the same as Jay-Z or Bob Dylan, making
Can we start by reading the Chat GPT intro? That was
oh my god!
Oh yeah,
Even half of it. There was so much more.
Oh my God, the Chat
Read it.
GPT was
Read it,
crazy. So,
Sam.
ladies and gents, we're talking about AI right now. It is officially on the loose. I don't know if you guys have been watching some of the shows that have been presenting it. Shout out to my homies over at Drunken Chat, Mighty Mel V, Lucas, all of the crew. They brought on a couple of artists that talked about their AI comics, but AI is just taking over, man. If you look. A lot of people are saying people are going to be out of work real soon. AI is recruiting people. AI is creating all kinds of images for you. And artists are battling right now to say AI should not be allowed to, take my hard-earned voice or my hard-earned image and make generated images off of it. So
this was I know it's hard to see, it's crazy, but this was the AI image when we asked ChatGPT to develop an intro for us for Wine, Cheese, and Comics and associate it with a photo. And this is where it started. And let me pull up. And there was so much more to it. There was so much more that I couldn't get in to the actual conversation. Okay, so here we go. So we said, create an intro for Wine, Cheese, and Comics. It said, upbeat music plays as the camera sweeps over a table filled with delicious-looking cheese platters, wine bottles, and stacks of comic books. The narrator comes on. Welcome to the ultimate trifecta of fun. Wine, cheese, and comics. The camera zooms in on a group of friends laughing and digging into their plates of cheese, sipping from the glass of wine. Now, the narrator jumps in. Whether you are a die-hard comic book geek or just looking for a fun way to unwind, this is the perfect combination for a night of relaxation and indulgence. The camera then quickly pans over the comic book, showing a variety of covers and titles. The narrator jumps back on the fan. Comics have come a long way from their beginnings, and with so many different genres to choose from, there is something for everyone. As the camera zooms from one cheese platter, the narrator gives a brief description of the types of cheeses that are on the plate. And what better way to enjoy comics than with delicious cheese? And that was literally the first part of the introduction that ChatGPT created for us for our intro.
That's wild, man.
it is a wild, that was a wild scenario, panning over the comics but you could almost see it. It was very vivid and visual in these images, man.
I mean, I don't know if if it got you perfectly depicted here. I mean, the one eye and the droopy eye. I mean, it's pretty much spot on. I mean, you have to read 2 books to understand what you're reading in one. So, I mean, that was pretty spot on. Oh, look, here's Happy Sands. This book has colors and pop-ups in it.
Oh, and 4 eyes.
Let's see. Hold on, let me go through. Kyle, they nailed you pretty well. Where's Kyle? Kyle's down here. Oh, there's another one of Sands. That's me. I'll work behind Sands. Oh, look, here's cute and cuddly Sands. All right, hold on, let me go down. Yeah, here's Kyle. Oh, this was the first me. I was laughing
my God.
I was dying at that. I thought of I thought of Tom. What was it? Tom Cruise from Tropic Thunder.
Comic book guy.
And then when you said, here's Sans, totally mixed up the complexion there.
He looks like a fat Leonardo DiCaprio.
There you are, Kyle, the time traveler himself.
Yo, the time travel. Yo, that is actually
that is
super dope, man.
The prompts: time traveler, comic book fan. That's what they created.
Time traveler, comic book fan. That came out bananas. What was the one right before that? Yo, the Cookie Monster / Mandalorian is crazy too.
Yeah. Oh, this is the other one. I was dying. I literally almost fell. African American male Cookie Monster comic books.
What is that?
What is going on there? With the
that looks like Cell from Dragon Ball Z.
Brother,
Cell.
I had an intro where this was all over it, and I couldn't go through with it. Like I had to draw the line somewhere. Remember when I came on as Fat Thor? This was Fat Thor. Fat Thor comic book superhero.
Gotcha.
So I tried to come up with and I played with this for an hour last night watching, the show.
Wait,
And
go down. What's the guy right there? Yeah,
this one,
yeah.
it was
what are
like
these?
supposed to be a pull off of the
Ah,
logo.
okay.
So like it took the logo and like split it up from like digitally like I don't want to say Asian style, but you know, animated style.
Agreed, Biggie. Agreed.
So
Shatter said he wants all AI writing and
I don't, but see, like, so what we did is we did all the movie trailers. So this was Mandalorian. So this was their depiction of. I took the Mandalorian cover and let AI pre-generate. So I took pictures of like the movie posters,
Mhm.
and this is what they came up with. Here's John Wick. Like we sent this poster, and this is what they generated. My favorite one. This is of course Into the Spider Miles. What was really cool.
Some of these are crazy, man. Really,
Here's Dungeons and Dragons.
that looks very Final Fantasy-ish type of game cover.
Blue Beetle. This is Blue Beetle. It blew me away. Like,
Oh,
That's pretty cool.
what is the Superman piece here?
that's for our news segment where we talked about Comic-Con drama,
Gotcha.
male and female fighting. So we'll get to that.
Oh my
We'll get to
gosh.
that. So,
And
but
The Last of Us too. That looks gory and dope. But yeah, so the AI art, man, playing around with that is fun. So I see like it can generate full comic layouts for you, right? Almost
Everything.
write the story for you.
so if you want to generate, I have the generator up. If you're in the chat tonight and you want something generated, so as we play along tonight, if you put up a super chat, I don't care if it's $1, I will take your text from the super chat and I will put it in the AI generator and we will see it.
That'll
that
be
is-
crazy, y'all.
That is our super chat bonus for the night. If you drop a $1 super chat, I don't care what it
Oh my
is,
god.
whatever is in that super chat will be AI generated tonight.
Oh, Jesus. Okay. Let's no restrictions?
No restrictions. Let
All right.
the computer go wild.
Let the computer go nuts.
Don't make fun of me for the way that I eat strawberries, but I do eat the top as well.
Okay, how do we not make fun of that?
Just get him off the goddamn
Right?
show.
How do we not make fun of this word? Who eats that? What is, we got Bunny Rabbit over here, like just biting off.
Don't make fun of me. I just eat the back end of a strawberry because everyone likes that.
That's like work joke.
Look at him. He's over here like, oh, nothing to see here, folks. And I
Nothing
just
to see. I'm eating this whole strawberry top to the bottom.
when I give
What's
my
wrong with
significant
that?
other roses, I
And he's
just
gonna,
make sure the
but
corn's all
the
on there.
thing is, he throws away the other piece.
Damn,
Jeff's-
I don't
All
need
right,
the red
Jeff.
part.
Jeff drops a $20
boom?
super chat. Boom.
Is that what you want to
what
generate?
Jeff, can you clarify in chat? Just come up with
If that's what you want, I'll make
unless
sure.
you want boom, that's fine. Yeah.
Oh my
What's
god.
wrong with like? Do you just throw the green part away? I mean, it's freaking edible.
Yeah, we throw it away, man.
Why?
We
You
cut
pay
it
for
off.
it. It counts for the weight.
AI is currently generating your image off of Boom.
Let's see what the hell this pops up as. He said, I want a Caucasian Cookie Monster character, an African American PT.
Oh no, he literally just wants the boom. Yeah.
All right.
Yep.
Well, cheers to you, Jeff.
Jeff, thank you
The
for
Immortal Biggie. I'm doing that one. So I want to see after what we got from the first one that we did, where we tried to put Sans face on it, didn't work out too well. I mean, the possibilities are endless. I haven't even got into the voiceovers yet. Wait till we have intros where I get to come on and sound like Sans the entire time. I uploaded
Don't
his
put-
voice.
Don't
That
put,
is
like,
what's crazy.
I don't know, the African thing, like saying African American. I think that's what put like the
Weird
the-
textures to it. I tried.
yeah,
Yeah,
the shoulder thing
because
too.
if you look at it, I tried, just Cookie Monster. I tried like all the keywords. I wanted to see how it interpreted them. Because Kyle, when I did Boom, it gave me a face of a female. I don't like that.
Interesting.
Yeah, it gave
Did
me
you
2.
did you do boom with one?
did it all- literally
2,
every-
3, 4, 5 O's
Yep,
and 5
everything,
M's?
everything that he had.
All right, so we got biggies. We got biggies coming too. So this is what it is. Boom. Both of those came up.
Yeah, so that's the first one for Boom, and that's the second one for Boom.
No, that's actually not very bad, man. Boom.
I expected an explosion.
Jeff, you definitely, you got plenty more. So go crazy, man. Just send them in. I just want to keep playing with it. I want to see what it comes up with. And again, like you can change, all the different
genre
textures,
of
the
it.
genres. So
Try bang.
bang.
Yeah. Let's just keep using alliterations of like
Do you want to switch to
sound
the genre?
effects.
You want to switch to the genre? Oil
Well,
painting.
there's-
Yeah, go oil painting.
All right,
Sure.
let's go. But why we did this? So we did this about movies. So we wanted to see how it interpreted amazing movie covers because we have some controversial movies. The trailers that dropped today. We have some non-controversial movies. We have some movies that are getting 10s that I don't know if they truly are 10s. So
Yeah, we got a lot of talk. We got a lot.
like critic wise, they're getting 10s.
all right. So let's do the rundown. So we had, what did we have? Well, this is
John Wick.
We had
Mhm.
John Wick. What was the one we started with? I don't think it was John Wick that we started with, was it? No, Mandalorian. All right, let's start with Mando, just because episode 6 dropped today, and I'll be honest with you, I'm out. It's boring. It's literally sleep aid. So we went from NyQuil sleep aid. We're now over to like Vicks ZQuil. I mean, I don't even know if that's a thing. Like, that's Star Wars to me is just so damn boring. They actually had excitement in Obi-Wan. They had, Darth Vader, the badass battle between him and Obi-Wan. But now Mando and Andor, boring.
So we got a super chat from Liz. Thank you, Liz. It says Bumble's bounce. That's gonna be interesting. So we can't wait to see that. This is Bang on the oil painting. Bang came up. Oh, okay. We got a couple interesting Bang.
All right, so we have Bumble's bounce.
So with
I like
regards
the
to
bang. That's cool.
yeah, Bang came out really cool. With regards to Mandalorian, man, I this season is, and it was something I was talking to my wife about. Mandalorian, everyone's come to think of it as Din Djarin and the child. This is actually Bo-Katan's redemption slash her story.
Are you interested in that?
You know what? I could have been if I was kind of told that like this is gonna be kind of bringing Mandalorian back. It could have said something. Oh wow, Evil Ounce is fire.
I just spilled my thing.
That would actually be a great kids toy or
Like an evil Mogwai.
yeah,
Evil Furby.
evil Furby, evil Mogwai, but a great kids cartoon or kids toy. Liz, you and Matt need to create.
And if you want your AI, I'll send it to you so you can have the rights to it later. So
that is fire. That is fire. Come on, ladies and gents. Jeff and Liz has paid for a few more. So if you're in the chat, throw out some fun stuff. But yeah, had they said the Mandalorian Bo-Katan story or something like that, it kind of would have given me a little bit of like preparation for what this is all about. Like, but really, the big thing, the big word in my house, my wife says it, tone, man. The tone goes from like a Andor type episode to a wacky what's going on, like we're fighting some water creature or some pterodactyl bird, to a like let's get on this planet and Blade Runner and run around and
don't disrespect Blade Runner that way. Don't you? Don't.
The look of the planet.
Don't you?
The look of the
cross that
planet was
line.
very Blade Runner. It
Oh,
wasn't
my
Blade
God.
Runner-ish. It was the look of the planet. But it just wasn't. It's just not coming together cohesively, man. And this is their cash cow. This is the cash cow. Yo, why he got the cookie? Yo, the cookie is a chain. Get out of here.
Oh no.
That is crazy. That look like Snoop right there. That look like Snoop with that one just looks normal, but my man got the. It almost looks like a Flavor Flav
I
type.
can't. This right here, man.
Yeah, yo,
It makes
that's official. I like it, man. I like it, man. That is classic, bro. Classic. Oh my god. Well, I want to thank y'all, man. We playing this all night, man. So keep dropping some info. But Kyle, like you're a big Star Wars head, man. What is going on here? What is going on with Star Wars in general? Like storytelling is just Dave Filoni was great at this, but this season, what the hell, man?
What do you not like about it? Because is it too slow
Everything.
for you?
There's
Is it-
they're like every episode is like a different. It's almost like I was watching a one episode like a. You know how Quantum
like-
Lost
What was that?
Just about this, and we're talking about this.
But sorry, say that again, Sans. You literally turned into like you
Glitched.
just stopped. Yeah, you glitched.
Oh, I glitched. No, I was in the Matrix, y'all. But what I'm saying is that like one episode is like, oh, this is fun. Grogu having a blast episode, and then the next episode is let's do espionage and spy, and then the next episode is okay, we're gonna dive into Mandalorian lore and just spend an episode or two with this crew. It's just all over the place for me. It's not really following.
In my opinion, it's Disney putting their hands in a cash cow. And I'm telling you,
Okay.
I felt the same way with Andor. I felt the same way with this. And you know, it's just the Mando season 1 was so good because it was so different. It went back to the early Lucas era.
Yep.
Lucas era of like 4, 5, and 6. And it had that vibe to it where you didn't have to give so much away because it built off each other. I don't care about the build. I don't care about, you know, what's going on. I just feel it doesn't have a big bad. It doesn't have that, you know, build up excitement. We're 6 episodes in and we're dropping
only 3 left, and we haven't really gotten anything about them. Man.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, give me something.
And a lot of people are gonna say, hey, you know, subverted expectations. All the fans thought we were gonna see Thrawn episode
He's
3.
got to come in. 100% got to come in.
Right?
He is the lead. He is the lead in to
Ahsoka.
100%.
Everything.
Literally,
is
if
pointing
it
towards
doesn't
that, yeah.
happen, just be done.
Just be
Like,
done with it,
just be
right?
done. Just literally just drop, just pack it up and just be done. Go to HBO because HBO is putting out better content.
So no, yeah, man. It literally Wednesday nights they could have owned this. People are like, hey, man, I'm staying home to watch Mando. Now it's like the ratings are bombing. No one's like literally, Mando is not pulling the ratings anywhere near where it was in season 1 or season 2, and that is just pure fact. Like it's all over YouTube. Every YouTuber is pulling the streaming numbers. It is crazy right now. And from a show that literally could do anything, right now it feels like it can't do anything. Like it literally is just it's just muddled in its own way. So that's what I'll say. And Kyle, what in the hell are you? Kyle is like building.
No, I spilled my wine all over the floor. I'm just sopping it up. It's all, it landed on power cords, so I'm trying to like make sure I don't glitch out here. Like it literally like spilled all over like these like almost hit the surge protector.
Oh my god!
But yeah, I'm isolating right now. So I want to say one thing about Mando. Mandalorian's history is tragic, is absolutely tragic. And the war that happened, and especially with Bo-Katan, she's a great character. I wish that they kept the other 2 Mandos that were Mandalorians that were rolling with her. It was like, familiar with the wrestler Sasha Banks?
She's back. She was in the episode tonight.
She was in
Oh, okay. Then yeah, I like it. I haven't seen tonight's episode. That's the thing.
It's okay.
Um,
Watch it when you're ready to go to bed. You'll be asleep
Yeah,
in 15
yeah.
minutes.
Sometimes
okay, but
sometimes
Mando was
people
always
would
slow.
have to agree with Matt.
Mando was always slow. Mando season 1 to me was slow. It was slow building. Like we watched him like babysit. We watched him fix his ship. Like it's just like super like simplistic things, and everybody's like, "Oh my goodness, it's so good." And then we start getting into other characters that nobody has any idea about. But we didn't have any idea about Mandalorian. Like we didn't know who Din Djarin is.
Man, am I gonna have to go back and watch these other seasons again and feel like
They were slow. They were slow. I'm dead
No,
serious.
no. 2 was actually pretty good. Like, I mean, I was enthralled in 2.
Yeah,
I was. Look, the only thing I felt was slow. I thought Boba Fett was slow because you had a bounty hunter that didn't do no goddamn bounty hunting. Like, I mean, like.
and he on top of that, he was a crime boss, and he
I
was
did-
not a boss.
Looking back at Boba Fett, I absolutely dislike the series. Like I don't know what to give it as a grade because I don't want to like. I just think it was terrible. But I loved the lore that they dipped into with. Why am I blanking on the people with the mask in the desert?
The Outlanders,
Yeah, but what are they? What are they called?
Javas.
No,
some Tusk,
Tusken Raiders.
Tusken
Jesus.
Raiders.
Yeah, the humanizing of them was actually really cool because the only other thing that we got was what you just did, Matt. That's all we knew them as. They shoot things and they do that.
The future of
So-
Star Wars.
Oh no!
Is classic. That is classic. We are having some fun with this AI generator, y'all.
And I still want to have a conversation about AI. We still have the poll going, and I want to address what AI is, and depending on, we can do that later on because I like
But
kind of messing around with it.
We have that for news, but we wanted to use
Okay.
it just to kind of go with so we had Mando. Next we had John Wick.
Oh, cool! And we'll just keep going. Yeah, I'm on board.
So John Wick is crushing it at the box office. Is crushing it over on the ratings.
Overall ratings by viewers and by critics.
So Paul, if you have seen John Wick, give me your rating, whether it's out of 4, out of 10, in the chat. I need to know because I had to go back to our Excel sheet. Kyle, were you a hit or a flop? Do you think
I should have been a hit. I like John Wick.
you were a flop?
Interesting.
No, you were a hit. No, I'm sorry. You were a hit. Sans, you were a hit. I was a flop. And honestly, I agree with my rating. And if I don't want to spoil it for anyone, but you know, the one thing that was always cool about John Wick was like the bulletproof suits. Like, oh, my suit could stop a bullet. But not when like 500 people have them, and then like you're trying to shoot each other, and you all have bulletproof suits, and the whole time, literally, holding your suit. Like, don't shoot me in the face, man! I got a suit right here that's gonna stop that.
Listen,
He comes in like this.
Yeah, like literally, that's how he stops bullets in his face. Like,
there's always going to be a place for what? Fast and the Furious, John Wick, because it's senseless. It's let's go to the movies just to get away, right? It when you saw John Wick the first one, man, you don't mess with someone's.
but John Wick the first one was like, but John Wick the first one had real, and again, I'm being honest with you, had realistic elements. When he fired 7 shots, he had to reload his gun. When he ran out of bullets, he had to go to hand-to-hand combat. He fought on rage because, quite frankly, you took everything from him, and he just didn't quite care. He just wanted to kill you all because you took the last glimmer of hope. John Wick 4 is like, I don't want to give anything away. It's like, oh, let me do this really crazy stunt, and I have this pistol where there's no ability for me to reload this pistol, but it's got like 30 rounds, and I'm going to keep shooting it.
Now some of these guns are high tech and they can keep shooting, but
With the magical bullets that magically reappear, and like I just can't.
Mission Impossible, Fast and the Furious, John Wick, they're always going to be kind of just blockbusters.
Over the top, I'll give it for all 3 of those.
But listen, the star of John Wick was Donnie Yen. 100%.
Hey, Donnie Yen is an amazing.
Ip
Like
Man.
if you watch Ip Man or any of the movies that he's been in, he just does amazing, choreographed work. It is beautiful.
But listen, if you've ever seen Rogue One, the character Donnie Yen played, the Force is with me and I'm with the Force. The Force is with me and I'm with the Force. Like literally, I love that character. He was one of my favorite parts of that whole movie. That character is John Wick. That is exactly blind. Donnie Yen is exactly who he plays in John Wick, and he is phenomenal. I only wanted him on stage. Like whenever something was happening, I didn't care about Keanu Reeves. I just wanted to see what Donnie Yen was up to.
Well,
He crushed it.
so I'm still waiting to see that one. So it'll be to be determined because me and Kyle are waiting to see that. But Matt says he's sticking by his thumbs now. So Chad, if you've seen it, let Matt know whether you give it, on the lower end out of 10 thumbs up or on the higher end, because Matt seems to be the only person out of everybody in the, YouTube.
Well, what was the overall consensus of number 3?
I hated it.
Number
I
3,
thought
I thought it was that's the one
Cars.
with Halle Berry, right?
Yeah.
And the 2 dogs
yeah.
and everything.
Yeah.
Yeah, I had a good time with it. I probably would have given it a 7.5 or 8. It was it was mindless goodness. The characters you grow to love, man. Like the belt of the guy the front deskman who passed away.
Yeah.
Obviously the sewer king or the rat king, Lawrence Fishburne. Like these characters.
I am the king. I am the Bowery.
These characters, they take on a life of their own, man. So it's interesting to see them, how they've grown over season by season. And John Wick 1 was just like
perfect.
What is going on? Like
perfect.
this?
That was perfect.
Yeah, it was.
My favorite was number 2 out of the 3 that I've seen. My favorite was number 2.
That fucking pencil.
So let's
average
what's
Will.
next?
Kane is Donnie Yen, and a lot of people didn't know there is a post-credit scene. So if you sat through it and missed it or didn't think there was, there's definitely a post-credit scene, and it's about Kane.
His standards are super high.
My standards are I want substance. Like if I wanted to go and just fucking be stoned out of my mind and watch stupid humor, I would go see John Wick, because like it's literally gunshots and flashing lights. That movie could have been done in an hour and a half. They drug it out for 3 hours. But
that was my beef with Peacekeeper.
But
they
did make an amazing scene.
I don't know, Papa. I don't know.
They did make an amazing scene where they did they were in an apartment complex, and the camera is above the floor. So like imagine the camera is in the second floor, but all the action is happening in the first floor, and the camera is going over the different rooms in the apartment complex as action's going on. And that's directly from a game. I got to look at the game. I followed the whole documentary.
It sounds like Raid the Redemption almost. Like
but it was stolen right from a video game, and it was one of the director's favorite games to play, and that was the second best scene in the whole movie.
What's up, Nola Comics? Hey, Nola's been asking get on. We thought you were getting on tonight, Nola. Wolverado says substance equals Willow series. Wolvie is trolling us now. But go ahead and put a howdy boys in the AI generator for Nola.
I just did a where's Nola.
Oh so yeah.
Howdy boys. That's next. Okay. So then we move on to the 2 big trailers we got this week. We got 2 huge trailers. We got Into the Spider-Verse 2, and there's a lot of controversy over this. I don't know how I feel about it. I don't. It kind of goes into our news segment, but did we all get to see Into the Spider-Verse 2 trailer?
Yes.
Yeah.
Do we know? Oh my god.
So, all right. So
hold on. Here's the howdy boy.
Hey, that's what's his name?
Red Dead Redemption.
No, what's the guy from that's playing Fantastic Four? John Krasinski.
Oh no!
The first one looks like John Krasinski. So. But so the controversy. If you guys haven't seen the new trailer, yep. If you haven't seen the new trailer,
you'll see.
Well, I think it's because people want to harp on. Everything has to be. It's a woke agenda. or Hollywood pushing a narrative, or it's not for, my children, but they're not talking about society as a whole. So Matt will show it to us right now.
Okay.
All right, so everyone knows that Disney has kind of had their own, agenda, what they're pushing, why they think that, it needs to be said. Just the whole nine. Sorry, it's taking me a second to pull it up.
No problem. So
Um,
basically the gist of it is LGBTQ plus related, right? It says
yes.
protect trans children, right?
Where's it at?
Bottom line.
It's not gonna show it. Remove. Sorry.
So what it says is protect trans children. And what's going on is that it's creating a narrative that Hollywood is pushing an agenda. And when you talk to people, what you hear is the more of the slogans, campaigns, it'll continue to look like it's an agenda when there's kind of these slogans and campaigns. When it's just words out there or images and stuff of that nature, as opposed to maybe seeing characters of that nature naturally, not forced upon the issue. But when I look at this, I say, okay, protect trans children. That's not hurting anyone by saying that. That's not forcing an agenda on anyone by saying that. That's actually bringing awareness to kids who may be struggling or going through what they're going through, and just bringing awareness, just like any other cause that someone may want to bring awareness to. So from that perspective, the up in arms is like, I get it. You don't want to see everything have an agenda about it, but this one right here, I was like, this is actually a good thing. I think nothing wrong with this.
It's like the old saying, and Kyle, I know you're like, eating your strawberries from the dirt up, so please help me out here.
I'm almost done.
I just want to make sure. I didn't know if you were trying to grow
new.
new strawberries. And,
He's about to burn. He's about to burn
here.
that bitch down over there. That's what's about to happen.
I'm just making sure stuff doesn't catch on fire.
It's not the old saying. It's not what you say; it's how you say it. It's not what the message reads. It's how it's hidden in an area that it shouldn't be. Honestly,
Right.
This should be on a poster on the side of a billboard. It should be right next to protect LGBTQT. It should be right next to protect Black Lives Matter. Whatever else you think, but it doesn't need to be hidden above a door frame where the Easter egg hunters have to go and find it and see it, and then it makes it a spectacle to say it. Like, it takes away from protect trans kids, or it's just.
It was like, again, ooh, look what they snuck in here.
Yeah, and then
really
it just
should have been a sneak in.
But honestly, look, it's all marketing. They knew if they put that above the door, the people that want to bitch and moan about everything under the sun and pop, thank you so much. It's just people picking on shit to just pick on shit. And this is now them getting extra spin. This is them getting extra airtime. This is them getting extra, we're controversial. We're stuck between, wanting to have a really inclusive movie because you have every single Spider-Man out there and, trying to deliver a message. So is it a big deal that I need to waste more airtime talking about it? No. Am I not going to go see the movie because of it? No. I mean,
but
I watched Willow. I mean, like,
right. And Willow was forced. I feel like Willow was forced. But you see how people are reacting. Oh, I'm not going to see that. I'm not taking my kids to see this movie. Meanwhile, I'm like, this is one fraction of a second of a movie trailer that you just saw. You act like this is going on, weave throughout the whole, like, people and their overreaction is I mean, that is overreaction to me.
Well, I can overreact too. If you're gonna deny inclusivity, fuck you. That's an overreaction, right?
There you go.
So I agree with you. Don't deny inclusivity, but don't make inclusivity your agenda item. we could go back to the thing. I want natural lifestyle.
Organic.
Yeah,
want
I think
organic.
we're
that's-
all saying that. We
That's
literally
where it's
are.
at. If you would have just had that on a poster and made it nothing because he's in a dorm room and
Yeah.
or in college, no one would have cared. It's just how you did it in the context you did it to now get that extra plug.
Right. What's
Thank
up,
you,
Nola? What's going on, Nola? Welcome.
Hi.
Hi, guy.
Hi,
Hit us with it,
kids.
Nola. What are your thoughts? That good. All right.
Nola,
back
I
to
don't-
you.
I appreciate it.
No. I don't have any problem with it. I look, if you're gonna go, I froze. Yeah, I
He's got
froze up
that
for a
AI
sec. Sorry.
going.
Yeah.
If you're gonna
you're
go
good.
through all the trouble to hide that, just for the sake that, just for the sake that someone is going to frame it and find that,
He's
Oh,
breaking
man,
up
we got-
all
we
over.
got-
So-
we
I
got
need my
Yeah.
Trump
We got-
voiceover review. Bad
robot
connection.
Nola thing. So basically, he said it. If you're going to go through the trouble to hide the message, you're
Yeah.
now creating the narrative of let's rile people up. Is
Yeah,
basically
let's cause the let's get the clash. Like rather than let's bring it together, let's create the divide even more. I think
Because
that's
what?
the same nonsense that Bud Light did. This week.
Sensationalism sells, right? Sensationalism sells. But is that what Miles needed? Did they
No,
really-
that's what I said. Like
You got
Miles
into the
was on his own.
Spider-Verse.
He was on his own pedestal, man. He what he did in the first movie in an animated series with that typical art style was groundbreaking. I'm gonna just say it. It was literally groundbreaking.
The art style was groundbreaking. Like the
Yes.
animation, people have been trying to mimic it because of how
Well,
good it
do
was.
Nola Max
Turtles
Headroom.
did mimic it. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 100% mimicked. Literally, Seth Rogen got high, watched, Into the Spider-Verse, and then was like, "Oh, we need to do this for Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles." That's exactly what happened. You cannot convince me otherwise.
That's fair.
Nola
Yeah.
Max Headroom beatboxing.
Is that what it is? Is that the
That's
next
what
one?
we have
All
to
right.
see.
All right, here we go.
So,
Nola-
ladies and gents, if you just walked in, we
all
have
right. I
the
think,
AI
my
generator.
my connection has solidified
Nope.
now.
Nope. Nope.
He's still going, my,
I think that it's good now.
So,
Sorry,
man.
Nola,
Make
we
me
love
come
you.
find you, Kyle.
He has my address. This is bad.
still robots.
Oh, there it is. Ah,
Nola Max Headroom. Oh, okay.
That looks
Beatbox.
like cyberpunk, dude.
It does look like cyberpunk.
Maybe it pulled from cyberpunk. So Matt, when you do the posters, does it just pull from that art that you submitted?
if I go to an image, like
Mhm.
I can take any image I want, and it will literally depict it out. Like it'll break it out, and I could choose.
Interesting. And then it uses somebody else's style to.
Like, here we go.
iterate
Here's a
it.
good one. This is probably one of my favorite ones. This is the Mando Cookie Monster because we were going back and forth last night, so it'll be pretty quick. So it's gonna take the Mando Cookie Monster we created. It's gonna give me 3 other different art styles. I think I have one set for Asian culture. I have one set for AI interpretation. There we go. Ugh. All right, so here's the original. Here's
Oh, look at the demon eyes.
here.
It looks more cattish.
So I'm not sure if we want to talk about this now or later, but there's a person on Whatnot that I actually follow, and he does AI generated art, and he silk screen prints them on t-shirts,
Yes,
and
100%.
then ships out the t-shirts.
So I could take when I use this, I gain the rights to that AI. There's no real two similar things. So even if I typed Cookie Monster or something and Sand typed the same thing, he may have a completely
Different image.
interpretation based off of the text.
But
And-
let me
and-
ask this question: if you do Cookie Monster, what's his name, Warhol, now you're invading into Andy Warhol style. Should that artist be compensated?
That's where we're getting to. We're gonna get to that in news.
Okay.
Okay, and then one more thing about the guy who does the whatnot stream and the silk screening. He is a digital
What's
artist
going on
himself,
Sunday?
and he will touch up the images because most of the times the AI generated art has like an extra eye or like a hand coming out of the chest. Like it's just like weird.
13 fingers.
Yeah, and he'll go in and edit it, which I thought was kind of
Yo,
So-
okay, that's fire right there. The Cookie Monsters do be coming out dope. Look at that craziness. So, Andy,
yeah. Let's what movie? Let's get Nola's take on Miles real fast, since we couldn't hear any of the last. Are you good, Nola?
I don't know. We'll see.
Here we
Yeah,
go.
you sound much better now.
Hey.
Man.
Yeah,
So,
sometimes
what's
it just
your
takes
what's
a
your
second.
opinion on the way that it was presented? I guess.
So I actually find it really funny because they obviously hid this message just for people who are going to sit there and scrub this frame by frame, and they're going to piss off somebody that wants this to be an agenda.
Yeah.
So I think it's hilarious. If you know that these people are going to sit here and go frame by frame looking for something to find, and you put something in there like that, I'm all for it. I'm with you, Kyle. I don't think you can have enough messages of positivity towards
yeah,
just about anybody.
97
actually-
Easter eggs.
the fact that they had to they had the cojones to do this, I have more respect for them anyways. I'm such a Into the Spider-Verse changed so many things in animation, and Miles Morales is itself a beacon of inclusivity for Black superhero and Hispanic superheroes. It's nuts.
Look, boycott a movie if it's not something you like, but don't boycott a movie for a message you don't agree with. That's
Yeah,
how
that's
I feel.
fair.
That's like if you don't like it and it's not something you're into, don't go see it. No one's forcing you to go.
Yeah.
But don't go
Absolutely.
see it just because it's a message that you don't agree with. I just
Guess what's
Not-
gonna happen?
Not
Their
even a
kids-
message. We're talking about an Easter egg. We're talking about an
yeah.
Easter egg.
yeah.
A message can be weaved throughout a whole movie that you're like, I just don't agree with this whole opinion.
like Willow
that's fine.
being so great and amazing.
Yes.
And I got to be honest with you, I don't give a crap what your opinion is. If your kids like it, they're going to find a way to see it.
Yep.
They're going to grow up. They're going to make money. They're going to see the movie. You're not going to stop that. The internet has made it so that people can reach out to people.
You have people making millions of dollars that hunt Easter eggs in trailers and movies, and so this was obviously something they were going to see. They cut this trailer so that it would be, scrubbed and seen. So it's not. You got new rock stars, heavy spoilers. Shout out to all of these shows that break things down, and this is what they do, man. They have 1 million subscribers, and they take hours upon hours going through these movies and trailers and breaking them down so that by the time you see the movie, half the time you got all the theories, you've seen all the movies. You're like, oh my God, I don't even need to watch this movie at this point. But they're going to get that, like Nola said. And at that point in time, it becomes, let's create the agenda.
Do you feel trailers ruin the movie? Like, for example, there was a lot in this trailer. It pretty much gave.
I don't
you
watch
who the
trailers.
big bad is
You got the whole synopsis of this movie.
Yeah.
I will tell you a movie that absolutely just ruined everything with trailers. That was
What's that?
Doctor Strange Multiverse of Madness.
It was horrible.
I had no surprises of anything. There was nothing I was expecting. It was just like,
Why
It's
give up
like,
the
no.
Illuminati? Like, why give up the Illuminati in the trailer?
It's like watching a comedy trailer, laughing your butt off about it, and realizing that that's the best joke they had for
That
the
is
entire
the
movie.
joke
All
that
right.
they literally had.
I want to end on a high note. Blue Beetle.
Okay, let's go. But really quickly, we got a question about the Barbie preview as well from Immortal. I think it's gonna be funny. That's all I'll say. If you like Barbie, if you like Ken, the history, the lore of it. Barbie dolls collect value, man. So anybody who's a collector, we're gonna talk about it. And dolls, figures, Barbie dolls collect value, y'all. So if you're into it, the movie's gonna be funny. That's what I'll say.
Cookie Monster Barbie doll.
So,
Please
what
tell
other
me,
what other
please tell me
trailers?
you've
What
done
other
Cookie Monster Wolverine.
what other trailers did we need to talk
I'll do
about?
that now. Blue Beetle. I want
Blue
to end.
Beetle.
I want to
Is
end.
that the only one?
That's the last one.
Okay.
We're not going to do David. We're saving Mario for next week, just because enough
Okay.
people haven't seen it.
That's right.
Yahoo!
Go see
All right, Blue
Mario.
Beetle,
We
like,
got a lot to talk
Do
about.
you want me to start with Blue Beetle?
Yep, let's go.
I'm
Sure.
all in. 100%. Blue Beetle trailer knocked my socks off. Like, crushed it for me. I loved everything they did, bringing out like the Latino culture, how they did it. His
That's
suit
fire.
looked so badass. It was like a mix between Iron Man met
Deadpool.
Deadpool, but no, it also had like the what's the Ultimate Spider suit where he's got the
Iron
tendril?
Spider.
Iron Spider. Thank you. Noel.
Iron Spider. Yep. There
So
you
like
go.
it was just a mixture of all of them, and it just worked, and it looked good, and it, like how it latched onto his body. Like I'm in. I'm 100% in. That was the breakout trailer for me this week.
Listen, I will.
Did you
tell
like the CG?
Yes, I did actually.
I will say this: the comedy got me because a lot of these superhero movies, the comedy is forced. I feel, but seeing like George Lopez interacting with him, it
That's
was
what crushed, dude. George Lopez crushed me, man.
hilarious. But even just seeing the imagery, like at first, I was like, "Yo, they're making Jaime look like he's literally Batman. He's standing there all by himself, like this is his mansion or something." And then you see like he's a worker in this environment. It was hilarious. I was like, this guy is on a daydream, and you can tell this is gonna have some fun aspects to it. It's gonna have some. I hope it's not. My biggest fear is that it's gonna bring Power Rangers into it too much. Oh
that is sick.
yeah, yo.
Wow. Okay.
Those are nice, Nola. Those are nice Cookie Monster Wolverines.
So,
Yeah, the mullet did it for me, Biggie.
so
Dude, I died, man.
So
mullet did it for
I'm
me.
on the other end of the spectrum. I found it completely underwhelming.
Oh, okay, hit me.
Talk
with
to
why.
us. Talk to
It's-
us.
I don't know. First of all, like the scene you're talking about where he's standing in front of the mansion, that should have been a reveal in the movie. That shouldn't have been in the trailer. That's a
All
scene
right.
that should have been in the movie, just like you were just talking about. The other part of it is, I don't know. It just didn't show me anything. To me, all I was watching was Rescue from the Avengers movies.
Oh, got you.
Didn't see anything new. Like I said, it looked like a cross between Rescue and Deadpool. You know, the mask was a little more mobile than an Iron Man mask is all.
I
So,
love
I don't
when
know.
it went out of space and everything, and it was talking to him. It seemed but I definitely can see the Iron Man rescue piece that you're talking about.
This seems like another case of DC trying to capitalize on Marvel's success.
And that's that. This is a copycat. This is a copycat league right here. Like we said, you see something successful.
That's why you haven't seen me, Willy Wonka. But on strike for abusive work conditions.
He's lying. He came through. We had to bench him for a little while. He came through to one of the auctions and wreaked havoc. He started spewing all of this. I want my damn.
All right, so Nola was talking. I really appreciate that. We just need to stick with content.
Nola and I are known for sabotaging auctions.
I was gonna say,
so
Kyle and I are like the chaos
Says
factor.
you can't take that position when three people all.
Agents
Literally,
of
all
Chaos
three
is
of
what I'm
us
talking about.
agree with each other, so that's a hard position for you to take.
Problems, man. They are agents of chaos. This is what we deal with. But Thunder God said that they started calling Batman a fascist. You know what? I missed that part, but I did see some YouTube trailer. Like this is the biggest thing. You see all of these like Batman's a fascist, like that pull you in. I didn't get a chance to watch those, so Obviously, they're taking jabs at DC, making fun of themselves there. So we can see, man. And I think Cord is gonna be. I think they're gonna bring Cord into it. Immortal, because isn't the Susan Sarandon, her last name is Cord.
Cord.
Yeah, that's
Cord.
his
Her last
sister.
name is Cord.
That's
His sister.
Victoria Cord. That's his sister.
Yep.
So she's hunting Beetle's
Attachment. Scarab.
There you go.
But
Because she says,
by the
because you
way-
hear her say, like, it chose you. Like at the end, it says it chose you, and that's the power we wanted. We wanted it. Like we couldn't get it to unlock. We knew it had power, but we couldn't get it to unlock. But it unlocked with you. So,
I mean, the actor is connecting, right? Because he's from Cobra Kai. He was a breakout star there. I think they chose well with the actor. It's going to bring in the demographic of Latino that hasn't really been drawn in as much to the market, and I think it's going to be kind of fun for the young audience. So, but if you're a comic fan of any age, you should potentially like it. So that I think they're hitting on a lot of different demographics there. But I can understand if you feel like it's a Iron Man retread or Marvel copying off of what Deadpool has done, it's going to look that way. I can understand that.
but how do they not copy anymore? I mean, with the fact that the sways are so drastic anymore, like Ant-Man, you did like what you thought was right, and it bombed. Vice versa, Doctor Strange, you thought you did something that was so cool, and it honestly, it may have made money, but it bombed in viewers' opinion. Thunder God put up here, I want to watch great movies without anyone's opinions. How do you even do that anymore?
There's no way in this day and age of media.
Yeah, how do you make it the 9 months before a movie comes out with a trailer not spoiling for you, some stupid Easter egg finding hunt, leaks online? I mean, ChatGPT can tell you what the movie's going to be if you type it in there. At this point, there's no such thing as going in with a fresh slate. I remember when you could only watch a movie trailer by going to the movies to see a movie. That was the only time you saw a trailer.
Remember, you used to call Movie Phone, and it would tell you what the trailer was. It was like,
for the
next
movies?
movie. Here's this Scream
In
one.
a world that was so big and bad,
Movie
a comet hits Earth.
Oh
Bruce
my God.
Willis and oil finders have to go to the
now I
end
have
of the
to
earth to
visualize
save
what
people.
this movie looks like. This is crazy. But so you said it, man. There's no way to avoid everything. But we also have to be realistic in terms of how much of it we consume, right? Because was there a need for a second Miles trailer?
No.
There never is, to be honest.
Why?
Trailers.
It's
honestly,
about to come out. Why come out a second trailer?
They could have done the funny meme where like they did like a 10
Yeah,
second thing
yeah.
with the point, like
With the point
you, and that would have been it. That's all they needed.
And
That 10 seconds would have satisfied and skyrocketed. Like, yes, I want to see that.
And the problem is, if you look at anything on YouTube, you're going to get spoiled right away because people have different images flashing at you. You're like, what happened? Now it's so giving away so much more now. It's like, come on, you don't need to do all of this.
Do you honestly think it was a coincidence that it dropped on the same day as Blue Beetle?
Oh no,
no.
So there's why it dropped. They wanted to take any thunder they could out of Blue Beetle.
That's a great transition. Can we go to it? Can we go to news?
Yep.
And I just want to go on and say that the Marvel DC, and I know it's the third article, but that was the perfect segue.
I'm gonna try again. Maybe I won't spill this one.
This was the AI generated. It's someone in a Superman with a Batman cowl, and then we have another person here with three different arms. Look, 3 arms, 3 legs. Like the longer you look at this picture, the weirder it gets.
Oh my God, is that like a Daredevil there too as well? What is going on?
And this is Marvel and DC Comics fighting.
That is hilarious. That looks like the new Spider Boy. That looks like the new Spider Boy.
Oh my god, you influencer! Why couldn't you not leave that trail?
Look at him grab it. Look at him go to
That's what
grab
I'm saying,
the.
But
I like how Nola was doing an intro and Sans just like talked over him. He was doing like a little tortilla boy in a world.
Nola, I agree with you 100%. 100%. That was a calculated move. Marvel was literally sitting on that trailer.
Yep.
The second Blue Beetle came out, the second the hype was there, they were like, "Oh, here's Miles."
Speaking of Miles, this guy looks like a lot like Miles.
Oh my god.
Hey, get your extra $5 for that book while you can. Woohoo!
It's up to $30 on the Feebase now.
Yeah,
I don't know
whatever.
about an extra $5.
Whatever.
I can tell Promiscuous Time Traveler is already using an AI barber.
That is classic.
Wow.
Oh my God, Sean. Yeah, hey, put some type of barber into the goddamn AI.
All right.
It's gotta be a time traveling barber. But with regards to that, man, it was calculated. I agree, man. So they did that to steal Blue Beetle's thunder. But all in all, I think Blue Beetle still made its point. It made its presence, man. So, we're pointing to that Strange Academy there. There's so many people.
No, I was just trying to get it to focus on the boost.
I thought you were saying that they need to push that sooner rather than later, and I agree with
I
you.
thought it was funny. I was showing this earlier.
And why were you showing that, Kyle? Is that the one that's
Because
going that way?
he's showing. No, this is a different one. This is the more rare one, I think. I don't know. Nola, what is this?
Here we go. It's the more rare. Let me just put my Rolex on the table here, folks. I'm sorry.
But here's the thing. People don't understand that like a bunch of people have books. A bunch of people have opinions. Like there's not like things aren't as rare as everybody thinks, and like ideas aren't as like creative as everybody thinks. I mean, look at the book that Sans just showed, Spider Boy. How many spider characters are there now? Like honestly,
There's over 179. I think
that's what I'm saying. Like
I
obviously,
didn't know Spider Boy was an amalgamated character before, right? Superboy and Spider Man put together. But I guess bringing in, retconning it, bringing it in there. What's interesting about this character, and if we could take a moment to talk
I
about
actually like that. That's
super
like
he's got no body.
they're saying they're retconning.
He's giving it.
They're retconning old stories that Spider Boy was always in. Some of these major events that have happened over the years, it just got erased from history. How does that work?
Comic books.
My man, a Biggie Shack just cut me at the jugular. Holy shit. There's no recovery from that. I'll just go put my head in the doghouse.
At least Biggie's defending me. Jesus.
I mean, that was keep your shots above the belt.
On to the news.
All right, so we had 3 news articles. So again, Marvel vs. DC, the battle continues. So I mean, like it's always going to be there, especially with James Gunn. And I still think James Gunn has ties to Marvel, and I don't have any confidence in James Gunn, but I gotta give him a chance. He belongs in jail, in my opinion. Fucking pedophile, but you know, I can't get behind it. I mean, you can't do what Marvel did and expect the same success in DC.
Okay, hold on, because
Marvel is dropping.
You can't call him a pedophile without telling me you're not going to go see The Flash.
We've had this conversation. If you have a movie called The Flash and you present 80% Batman, and you don't even have Reverse Flash as the villain, you have Dark Flash. Like, get the fuck out of here.
No Reverse Flash. You got Dark Flash. You're changing everything up, but the movie looks crazy. That's all I'll say. It looks great.
I would have went and seen it if I knew Michael Keaton was going to become Old Man Batman and give me Batman Beyond finally. But, you ruined that when you got rid of Batgirl, so thanks. That was like the only saving grace. Give me Old Man Michael Keaton as Old Man Batman. I don't care. You can give me emo Robert Pattinson as Terry McGinnis, even though I think you make a horrible Terry McGinnis, and just go from there.
Now these first 4 or 5 phases of Marvel, DC is trying to create their kind of phase over the DCEU.
Too late.
It's right, too little, too late, or does his outline? Because Marvel hasn't really dived into the monsters, and it looks like James wants to
What
start.
do you mean
with
haven't
the
dived in the monsters?
I mean, they did
broke it by
War-
night.
Yeah, but they haven't
was
really
phenomenal.
capitalized. They haven't capitalized
Morbius?
on it.
That's not Marvel.
That's not Marvel, but they haven't capitalized
Morbius
on
is DC?
No, Morbius
No,
is
he's a
Sony.
Marvel.
Sony.
It's Marvel, but it's produced by Sony.
Yeah,
just
but
like
it's
just like
bad.
Spider-Man is Sony.
Bad product though. We can't call it MCU.
Okay, sorry, licensing.
Yeah, but they're really gonna focus on these creature commandos and make it a big deal this first kind of phase. So I don't know.
Too late.
Too late, you think?
I will participate.
think-
Go for it. Go for it.
I was just going to say, I think James Gunn has learned. So, in my opinion, Marvel, where they are messing up is that they are trying to continue an MCU rather than making individual stories about individual heroes and teams. Everything they do is this giant interconnected mess. And we all know, as we read comic books, every time that you make a giant interconnected mess, it leads to one thing and one thing only, and that's a friggin' reboot.
Endless plot
Because
holes.
eventually Marvel is just going to
Yeah.
get to the point where they're like, we can't keep up with this anymore. Let's start over. I think what James Gunn is doing, and he realizes from the get-go, I don't have to do that. I can make these really cool stories about these obscure kind of characters and not have to make them all fit into this one storyline. And I think he's going to be really successful. So
And that's an interesting way to approach it, right? Because you got the Batman universe that no one's touching. You got the Joker and Harley, no one's touching. So the Matt Reeves,
That's the alternate verse. That's like the elsewhere. That's not connected. None of the Matt Reeves, the Joker 2, the there's a third one. There's like 3 things. DC Titans. It's like the elsewhere universe.
Mm-hmm.
But what he's creating, like the creatures are not necessarily going to flow into the Superman of tomorrow or whatever, All-Star Superman or whatever. It's going to be individual stories that are contained. It sounds like it's not going to build for years upon years because, again, the reason why people, I feel, are having issues with Phase 3 and Phase 4 is because they're trying to set stuff up for Phase 5 and Phase 6 that people have to wait 2 to 3 years for payoffs. Oh,
Yep.
is that why he did this?
100%.
Man? Is that why Shang-Chi did this? Oh, look, the 10 rings, they showed up over here and they showed up in Kamala Khan's. Like, you have to literally wait years upon years to connect the dots. And that's where people are like, just give me a good movie. Give me a good show.
And I go back.
Ant-Man didn't make sense if you didn't watch Loki.
Right.
So there's that. What's up, Matt?
But the other thing is, I go back to Phase 1. 5 movies. 5 well done movies. Phase 2, 6.
I love
well
this
done
point that you're making. Like
movies.
you've said this before. Like it's nuts.
7 well done movies. Phase 4, 47 hours of fucking TV and shit movies. It's not about how much you do. It's about what you do and the quality you do it. Give me 4 fantastic movies that have interconnecting stories that are well versus 47 hours of shit.
But how did Feige go off the road? So his map was well.
They made a cash cow and they fucking let everyone else run crazy with it, and he couldn't hold the reins anymore.
Okay, so explain
That's pressure from board and other people saying, yeah, do a spinoff, do this show, do that.
Yeah. Oh, we need this. We need Disney Plus. We need this. We need that. I mean, they got to flood it. Like, Disney Plus would not sustain on old Disney movies. Marvel sustains Disney Plus. Let's be honest. Like,
That's fair.
yes,
Star Wars.
yes, the live act. No, Star Wars hasn't really been that great. Boba Fett, Andor, Mando. There hasn't really been that wow since Mando 1. So I got to go back to Marvel. You know, again, you have your live actions, like your live action reboots of Disney movies, Lion King, Aladdin. You got Little Mermaid coming. There's Frozen in the works. There's Aladdin 2 coming. Like, they'll do good, but they're not enough to sustain people to keep watching. Marvel has. People have bought Disney Plus because of the Marvel TV series, because of how much content there, because they have to watch it to understand the movies. You've roped them into a concept they can't avoid.
So where they screwed up on this is that they announced a timeline. They never should have announced a timeline. They should have just built it up however it built up. But now everybody has expectations of everything that's supposed to come out. And everybody knows everything about every show and every movie before it ever airs.
Mhm.
It's just awful. And look, I don't mind most of the Marvel shows. I don't mind most of the Marvel movies. I liked Ant-Man. I thought it was a lot of fun.
My God, Nola, you just hit a grand slam with that comment.
And everybody knows everything about every one of these things.
The
There's
unknown is
nothing
gone.
new or exciting, so there's nothing left to do but friggin' pick them apart.
Oh, I know.
Well,
There's Kyle says everything's a
bunch
scroll.
of there's
Everything's
a bunch
a
of people
scroll.
who were not comic book readers that got into the MCU just because the movies were great. Now you're forcing them to actually, well, I have to read this comic or I gotta watch this show, and I'm not interested. I just wanted to watch a great show about Captain America or Wanda, and I know nothing about what happened in WandaVision. So why is Wanda doing X, Y, and Z? So it is literally a roadmap that they are weaving that may have just kind of done in the MCU, unfortunately.
Well, I am scared to death that they're going to mess up X-Men by trying to tie them into all this other junk.
100%.
They just need to let X-Men be X-Men, Fantastic Four be Fantastic Four. These guys don't interact with each other in the comic books except for on rare occasions. Just let them be themselves. They don't all need to be in the same story.
All right. What is the one character that could bring life back to Marvel? And I have two in my opinion.
I will wait to hear your thoughts, Kyle, because Kyle has been a strawberry.
None. Nothing can save Marvel.
Nothing can save
I
Marvel.
disagree with that. I disagree
Okay,
with that.
okay.
It doesn't matter. They've showed Miss Marvel, She-Hulk. They've shown some like big characters, and
Not big
nothing,
characters.
nothing's
No,
saving it.
not big characters at all.
Not big characters at all. They're minor keys in my opinion.
Do you want? So you're just
I'm
gonna name
saying,
some like
who
Doctor
can wait?
Dooms and Mephisto and shit
There's
like
number
that.
one. There's
Dr.
number one.
Doom.
Doctor Doom is number one. They need a
I don't
big
think.
bad.
I think they'll ruin. I think they'll ruin it.
They
That's just
need
my
a
opinion.
big bad that was comparable to Thanos, and I'm sorry, Kang did not do it. Kang did not set the tone, especially in Ant-Man. And he was
Ant-Man's rendition didn't work. It didn't work.
So Kang is not a big bad that's going to draw people in. Doctor Doom has to be it. So that's
Fast
number one.
forward, Doctor Doom comes out, and it's an iteration that you didn't like. Is that gonna?
But that's still fun. But it's still Doctor Doom.
Doom
Dr.
Surfer
Doom.
Galactus.
Oh, there's number two. You said it. Silver Surfer. You need to bring a true Silver Surfer and a true Doctor Doom. If you gave me Cullen Murphy as Doctor Doom,
Mhm.
it's over. I don't care. The man's acting chops and the ability to
Who's
just
Cullen?
Cullen Murphy. He played Peaky Blinders,
Oh.
Scarecrow, and Batman Begins.
Yeah, not Cullen.
Cillian.
Is-
Cillian.
Cillian Murphy? Is that Cillian?
Cillian.
Yeah, yeah. I was like, who's Cullen? Murphy?
Forgive me, Cillian
It's
Murphy.
actually
Thank you, time traveler.
a hard
it's
Killian.
It's Killian is the
Killian.
name. Yeah, his
Yeah,
name is Killian Murphy. Not
Cillian,
Cillian, not Cullian.
Well, fuck
All
you
I'll
all,
say
okay?
is
The
28 days.
goddamn actor
28
that needs
days.
to play the role.
No,
Or
20
even better-
Can you say the
28
actor's
days
name
later.
that plays? Hold on. Can you say the actor's name that plays High Evolutionary?
No.
Chuck Weedy.
A kid you for?
Yeah, thank you. Jesus.
Chidi Akinfor. So Doom. I agree. I think Doom and but what I'm gonna say is I'm gonna echo what Nola said in terms of the X-Men. I think the X-Men in the MCU would be like a boost, a lightning bolt, something that they just haven't had.
But they
That
can't.
will.
They can't for 2 more years.
I know,
They
but
don't
when they
have those
do,
rights for two. But it's too. It's going to be too late.
it can start. It can start from that
I
point.
refer you back to reboot.
Yes, it can start from that point where you have X-Men
Great.
done.
Can't wait.
Because
Can't
you
wait for a
can't tell me
reboot.
that Apocalypse, Age of Apocalypse, shouldn't have been like 10 times better. Like, what were they thinking, Fox?
Amazing. Like 10. It would have been like. I agree with you. It could have been amazing. And you had a decent actor to do it. You just weren't stupid.
Nuts.
So, for example, I was thinking about this earlier today. How cool would it be if they did a Wolverine movie where he was, since they've already introduced the multiverse, where there was this rogue version of Wolverine that was just going through the multiverses hunting other Wolverines?
I'm in.
That would be
Right?
crazy.
Something original. I'm in.
Yeah.
I'm in.
How fucking good would that be?
Well, forget Wolverine and do it with Sabretooth.
Well, that's fine. But whatever it is, it's something different that we haven't seen 1,000 times before and isn't trying to follow the exact same formula from the Avengers through the Endgame.
Well, that's what I'm saying. I think there's enough Wolverine content out there. It should end with Logan. So,
Well, yeah, but they're not going to do that because it's Wolverine. And
Let's go, Pop.
that's my point. That's my point. Is that I don't think it's going to be saved. It's just going to be another iteration of a character that people like, and it's going to fall short because it's not what you expected because they don't hold true to the actual storyline. So,
But look, like it's like you.
But if it's a one-off, it's new, it's fresh.
But
People are
that's the
gonna
thing.
like
You
it.
have so much fucking content between DC, between Marvel, between. Why are you stuck in this bubble of
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
5 general characters that you bomb? Like
Yeah.
I just can't. I can't.
and none
like,
of the
I
new,
just-
none of the new characters they're bringing in are new characters. They're just cheaper versions of the old characters.
exactly
Exactly.
Ironheart, cheaper version
Exactly.
of Iron Man. I mean, it's
Yeah.
just,
And my problem is you can do it, just do it well. There was no need for it in Black Panther. Bring in a Young Avengers, bring in a Champions,
Mhm.
and make it about them. Don't make it about, hey, I got to replace the Avengers with a new team of Avengers. Like, just bring in a folk like.
Give me the Defenders, man. I'd love to see the
Look,
Defenders.
why can't we have Elseworld like DC has Elseworld? Just like you said, someone create the Elseworld of it through the underneath the Marvel umbrella, man. That's what they need to do.
Start taking DC Black Label and make some content after that.
Yes.
look, they need to focus on Blade. I'm gonna be honest with you.
they're
Werewolf by Night did
already
it.
ruining it, man. They got
Blade's done. Like,
reshoots.
I mean,
They got reshoots. They're changing the whole story. I don't know what's going on there, man. You can't tell me that you're already shooting or rewriting 3/4 of a script or something. What the hell?
Is anybody really ready for Copperhead to be Blade anyway? I mean, come on.
I'm
Midnight Suns. Give me
just
Midnight Suns.
yeah. I'm up for Blade. I'm up for Elsa. I'm up for the horror of Marvel, and they haven't, like, you see what Werewolf by Night did. They could really, like, Ghost Rider, like, and it goes back to, like, let's they want to push this kind of I don't want to do rated R content. I want to be family friendly and all that. Like, no, give people some hardcore Midnight Suns, rated R Ghost Rider craziness, man. Just have some fun with it. Recast Kevin Hart as Blade. Kevin Hart as Blade. That is going to give us some AR.
Going in the generator.
Okay, so one thing I want to say is, well, two things. Two things I want to say. I want to go back to DC just for a split second. Shazam 2. It had a budget of $125 million. Its opening weekend was $30 million. its total net was like just under 55 million.
I thought it hit 60, but you might be right.
I'm pretty sure.
Maybe
It's
worldwide.
it's
Worldwide.
hard to find. Worldwide, it went. Oh no. Worldwide, I only did domestic. 55 domestic, 66 international for a total of 120. So it's still short of its budget. Like it's 5 million from breaking even, which is it's wild to me that.
The other thing is, as soon as something bombs, they point fingers at everyone. Oh, Shazam bomb! Blame The Rock.
That's what
You
I'm
know,
saying.
you know why
But
Shazam bombed? Because you told everybody.
I don't think it
want this franchise ever again. So I'm not going to market it. I'm not going to do anything with it.
Sans, my point is that how can a movie make $120 million and be considered a bomb? That's bonkers to me.
You know why?
That's
Because
bonkers.
what happens is people in the industry go off of what the first week projections are, and then they say, okay, well, what movies are coming out, right? So everyone saw last week whatchamacallit dropped. What is it, Dungeons and Dragons or something dropped?
Yeah.
And Mario's coming out the week after. So they're like, Dungeons and Dragons has no shot if they didn't make money week one. Because if they don't beat John Wick, they came between John Wick and Mario. And Mario's going to do 200 plus million right off the rip, because I went to today, and at 1 o'clock, every kid was in that theater.
Watching Mario. No, you're good. You're good. Go for it.
Every kid was in that theater watching Mario, and we'll give our reviews at another time. But
Next week,
what I'll say is that movie from today through Sunday is going to put up massive numbers, and the reason that's dope. Kevin Hart is Blade. Yo, Kevin Hart looks badass as Blade. Yo, that is dope. But
so I need to have one more interjection. Do you feel, aside from us actually doing a like content-based show where we watch content and we're basically reacting to it, giving our opinions, do you feel the necessity to watch everything? Because that's what I don't grasp. Like, I'm not going to watch The Flash, and it's okay not to watch The Flash. Like, you don't have to like participate in every single aspect. Do you feel the need to? Because of what the industry that you're in, what you do, what this podcast does. Like,
no, I think some movies, there's some things people are never going to get to, right? And that you'll have an opinion based upon what's going on, like numbers, all of those types of things. You'll be able to speak to it, but nobody's spending money to see every movie, every show, because we got families, we got lives,
there's
and
there's too much content out there. I still have like maybe 1,000 comic books that I still need to read.
Right, there's so much content, and the goal of this show is again, we're here to have some fun, keep you up to date, but we're touching on everything pop culture. So it's not even going to just be movies. It's going to be comics one week. It's going to be
the idea of the show is bringing a bunch of like a conglomerate of people to bring their opinions. You can take those opinions and figure out if you want to participate in that particular aspect of culture. So
exactly, and
if you agree with us, like that's cool.
We could be talking about bubble wrap tomorrow, right? And if you're passionate about bubble wrap, come and hang out with us.
I like the tiny bubbles. I don't like the big ones, man. They don't work for me.
I agree with you.
They don't fold properly.
No, but the big ones are better to use as spaces than a medium flat rate box.
Yes,
you're muted, Matt. I like the hand gestures.
Don't get the damage.
So
So
Super
with
Mario
that in
Bros.
mind,
In the Last of Us world. Look at the fucking clicker faces in the background.
oh my god,
It looks like they just like copied and pasted Mario into that.
But like he's got a shark fin. Like I'm just blown away. But they deteriorated their faces to make them look like clickers.
so with regards to, all right, let's bring it back now. Con season began. We saw Kyle open up the show with an interview. Salute to my boy Kyle. He made it to the.
Get my soapbox out because I'm ready for this.
I forgot to do it. I literally did it the last day. And
Hey,
I was like,
came
hey
out
Sid,
great,
can you
man.
come over here real fast?
It came out great, and what I'll say is, con season began, and it began with a bang because people are already stirring up the drama, and that is when we kicked off from last year. That drama between whatnot, between influencers, between people at the cons was at another level, and right now, I feel
Right.
I feel like it's. Let's do this clickbait season. Let's
Right now,
me
who
against
gives a
them.
shit? Right now,
Right.
who gives a shit?
Right? It's like that person from last year. I'm just gonna target them whenever I see them, aka Nerdy Girl,
I'm
aka
gonna push them over and then get my comic books that I'm trying to buy.
right.
I don't give a shit.
That guy Davis Ryder has a new exclusive. Screw that guy. You know, like people are saying all kinds of crazy stuff just off the bat. But it's con season, man. What are you expecting this year with the cons, the influencers, everything? And what have we seen from this first wave? We had WonderCon, we had MegaCon, a couple of smaller cons that have been going on, Lilac and other things. Con season is upon us. Is this a drama bomb ready to happen or what?
No.
Give me my soapbox because I'm gonna go off. You know I'm gonna go off. I'm just staying quiet,
okay.
letting everyone get
Hold
their
on,
piece.
let me say my 2 cents, and then you can jump up on there. I think that the drama that happened opened a lot of eyes to certain people. There's still going to be ignorant people who are going to buy whatever the frick exclusive that they want. However, the purpose of conventions is to bring the creators to the audience, and conventions are turning more into like social con, where people are meeting other creators, doing collaborations together, and trying to make good content. But at the same time, you're still going to have the jerks that are just there for a profit. They're not going to go away. You're not going to change anything. You can complain about it, or what you can do is use your wallet and don't buy it. Don't buy into it. Like literally, like I'm not going to watch the Flash movie. I'm not going to buy the C2E2 exclusive that whatever the heck came out with. That's just me. So that's my 2 cents.
All right. So hashtag is Wrath of Khan. I was typing that in as Wolverado was typing that in as well. So that is crazy right there. So
That's kind of nuts that you guys both like brain melded to say the same exact thing.
Let's put on his soapbox.
It's not even worth it. Like
Go, Matt.
honestly,
Go.
it literally took the first 2 MegaCons. We had C2E2, we had MegaCon in Florida, and it took all of one goddamn day for people to get their panties in a bunch. And quite frankly, shut the fuck up. No one cares. You ruined 2022 con season with your stupid drama. Oh, let me call out the back alley deals. Those back alley deals have been going on since you were a fucking glimmer in your daddy's eyes.
Yep.
That's true.
Let me just be real with you for a minute. That has always happened, but now it's a cool thing to be like, oh, well, she's a jerk and she's an idiot and he's doing that and he read a book, but he likes colors. It's just dumb. Get over it. If you don't like it, don't buy it. Like Kyle said, if you don't, but to try to get clickbait and get people to follow you on Instagram because, oh, Nerdy Girl was in the booth talking to someone. Who the fuck cares? No one cares. You know who cares? The kids that want to follow you that think you're cool, but in reality, you're a fucking loser. I'm just going to say it. You are, because no one cares, because it's still going to happen. So, like, just stop. Stop ruining cons. Go have fun. Who cares about what they do? They can do whatever they want. That's because we live in America. You get to do what you want, say what you want, how you want. You know how you control it? Stop buying their shit. If you don't like it, stop buying it. Otherwise, no one cares. Like literally, you're not cool because you could say, "Oh, what are they up to today?" No, you're just making the whole process worse. Let them go back to their back alley deals. Like no one cared. Like just, I'm done. I'm already done with cons, and they've already started. And quite frankly, I think people are just ridiculous.
Yeah,
So-
that's fair.
So the first thing is, for those of you that have never been to a con as a part of the con, the biggest deals at a con will happen before the doors ever open. Those guys are
Thursday
trading
night.
books. Those
Thursday
guys are trading books amongst themselves more than you're ever going to be a part of. This has always been a thing, just like Matt said. It always will be a thing. This is the inside part of the business. When you're inside the business, this is
Con
just something
starts on Friday. Setup is Thursday.
Yep.
People are trading books on Thursday night.
People are in there
No,
Wednesday.
people are trading book Wednesday and Thursday before you're even there. And then the second to last trade happens Sunday because people don't want to pack their shit up or they go home.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's Sunday. If we were to give any kind of tip, I would say hold on to your wallet till Sunday. You're gonna miss out on certain exclusives that'll pan out, but you'll save more money because people don't want to ship their products back, and they will offer discounts.
So here's the other part of what I was going to say, and it ties into that. If you're going to cons for comic books and you think that it's a comic book convention,
or you're
you
getting
are
a deal.
completely wrong.
Yeah, or you think you're getting a deal, you're wrong.
You are completely wrong. You will never find more overpriced garbage than you will find at a con, and they're not about comic books anymore. They're about pop culture. If you want to go to a comic book con, find yourself a hotel room somewhere that's having some little minor local con, or up here in a couple months they're doing Washington Summer Con, which is just a local thing.
Mm-hmm.
These big national cons, this is about marketing and money, and it's not about collecting comic books.
And so what is the con experience then? So it's a small. If you're a comic book enthusiast, you want to go purely to collect. Don't go to these big cons.
No,
it's not for you. The experience at the big con. Who's there? Is it media? Is it celebrity? What is the focus? Just to get signatures, or you can send in for. I was frustrated with the large cons because of how long it took to get signatures, and at this point in time, you could send in to get a signature and never have to pay for all of the kind of nonsense that went on at New York Comic Con.
You want to know what happens at San Diego Comic Con?
This was real quick. This was the nonsense that we typed in. Nerdy girl, pink hair girl, white male, superhero shirt. And this is what AI generated. 2 fucking idiots, because at the end of the day, that's exactly what they are. 2 fucking idiots that have nothing to do. Let them go. Let them move on. Go enjoy it yourself.
There you go.
Matt said his piece and dropped the mic.
He's
What's
gone.
going on? My man Yahweh in the building, y'all.
So let's
Yeah,
finish up with the cons, and then we'll bring our other guest in because I know she's going backstage.
No, it'll be next week. It'll be next week.
Oh, next week. Oh,
Yes.
okay.
Because
The biggest thing, look, if you're going to one of the big cons, the Emerald Cities, the C2E2s, the San Diego being the pinnacle, MegaCon, pick any one of the big ones. All that is good for is the spectacle. Go and wrap yourself in the weirdness that is all of the things that you love, but don't go there as a collector thinking I'm going to find a deal, or I'm going to just go and enjoy the spectacle of cosplay and craziness that is when 10,000 nerds all end up in the same stadium together.
The coolest thing about San Diego Comic-Con is the stuff that takes place outside of the convention floor. Just so you guys know, go to the Hilton, go to the Marriott. Like there's so many different aspects. Go to the Gaslamp District. Like you don't need a pass to go to San Diego Comic-Con. All you need is a place to sleep. So there's so much. It's like a gathering of nerd culture, like Nola said.
Yeah.
But like from a collector's aspect, what happens is everybody waits in line for Hall H, which is the big hall at San Diego Comic-Con. They figure out what the big announcement is. It breaks online, and they sprint to the floor and pick up whatever collectible they can find that relates to that big announcement, so that they can try to make some money.
And the people on the floor already know what the announcement was on Thursday, and they overstock that item, so they sit there and just
just wait for you.
It's not that in depth, but yes, there is
people. I can't, like I've said it, so like stop. You are the controlling factor. Legitimately, when you feed into that clickbait bullshit, you are the controlling factor. Stop doing it. You make drama important. It's not important.
Go to
If
a
you
panel. Go to Artist Alley and support the artists. Go find a writer that
Honest-
you've never heard of. Read their
honestly,
shit.
Biggie
Go to
Sh-
small
honestly,
press.
Biggie Shack, I would love to have her on. I would love to have her on and not talk about any of the bullshit, any of the nonsense. Just talk to her like she's a fucking person. Because that's
Yep.
what she is. She's a person. She got into this shit. She got into this shit on video games, not even comic books.
Right.
Like her knowledge on
Right.
video games, I guarantee you fucking trumps all of ours. Because that's where she started. And you can sit there and say, "Oh, that's bullshit. Oh, that's not true." I guarantee you it is, because you wanna know how? She's fucking making a killing on it, and you're still fucking working your part-time job. Like legitimately, if you can make a full-time living out of it, you're doing something right.
So Wolvie got
Absolutely.
a chance to go to one of the local cons, and he said he had a good experience. Got to meet Larry Hama, Neil Adams, Mike Zeck, and a few others. Yo, dope con, and it was done by local comic book community people. Put on, you know, shout out to Carlos and Paul and all of them. You know, from that perspective, that's one you guys want to support, man, especially if you're in the area. The problem is, again, like people just told you, prices were up there too. Like you go to the cons looking for a deal, you're not going to get deals. And right now, deals are to be had. So go to the con to, you know, meet the people, get your signatures, engage, have some fun, meet up with people. The cons are the social aspects right now.
Yep.
And you don't need to go to the 10 million people con because you could barely talk and connect with people. Like I'm connecting with the people at the Stranger Comics booth at New York Comic Con, and it literally is like a sea of people trying to get by, and they're trying to make sales. There's no engagement there, and it's not like you're there all day to connect. So yeah, deals are on Pop's auction. That's what we always say. Go sell it.
But legitimately,
So-
Sans,
Go for it,
you
go
broke
for it.
my heart right there, because Sans a year ago was not the same guy that just sat here and said that. Sans a year ago wanted to fight me because he didn't get his Pop exclusive.
Pull the
That's
wool
true.
off my
Yeah.
eye.
So
Pull
man,
the
We're,
wool.
we're in.
you
we're
broke
in
my heart. In a
episode-
year, I feel like you finally came to the light of like what a con experience is.
The
We're in.
wool
We're
has
in
wool.
episode 20,
Yes.
and the first time we talked about cons, Sans is like, "I bought a ticket. I should have got the Funko."
I am of the mind. Oh, look at that. That
He
little
wants to break my-
monster.
How do you hold 3 cookies like that?
Yo,
Look,
but
even-
I'm
even
of the
cooked
mindset.
cookies.
I was
He
of the
cooked cookies.
mindset that the con should have guarantees, right? But at this point in time, what I'm of the mindset of is that anything I want, I could actually get by not even going to the con. People will bring it to me. Where I can get. I had all the con exclusives this year before the con even started, and I sold those before they even started.
What an influencer. You son of a bitch. Why did we
welcome to the
That's
dark
it,
side,
folks,
man.
cancel him, cancel culture, influence
go.
the man for making $1.
No.
Push the button, Matt. Push the button.
Oh, yep, sorry. Let
Send
me
him
get him out
away.
of here. Then I'm out of here.
There we go.
Sans,
So-
guess what? You made $1. You made $5. You made $10. Guess what? Damn good job, man. You hustled and did what you had to do. You had some, get him the fuck out of here. I gave too much credit. All right.
Yeah.
He like instantly let you down too.
I try.
So I want to say one more thing about conventions.
And yeah, let's get ready to wrap up the topic. But this has been
Yeah.
amazing, man. Go ahead, Kyle. What was your thought?
So I touched a little bit upon like marketing yourself and meeting people at conventions and going and exploring different aspects of conventions, especially at the bigger ones. The problem with conventions is organization. We're a very niche community, and there's an aspect that if somebody goes to a convention, they have to pay, like, depending on how big the con is, they have a fee that they have to pay for their booth, and they have their travel expenses, their setup, and all they're trying to do is like, hey, look at my work, look at my art, look at my writing, look at whatever project I've created. I was going around talking to some people at WonderCon, and they were losing their butt because, like, there were. Did you know that? Is anybody familiar with like the people who were at WonderCon in Anaheim?
Like the vendor?
No, the bigger artists and bigger writers and stuff like that.
No.
No, I have no idea.
Exactly. They didn't promote it. Like seriously, like all of a sudden, like Daniel Warren Johnson was there.
I was
And
mad
he
that
was-
you couldn't get
he was-
me Jenny
he was
Frison.
pushed into a corner. The only person that they announced that was going to be there that was big was Jenny Frison, and guess what? She had an hour wait every single day, and she would
I wanted one
stay.
thing, and you broke my heart.
She would stay there like extra long. I didn't have the book though. That's the problem.
She had the prints. She
She had the prints.
on her
If
table.
if all you wanted was the prints, we can literally buy that from her store. I can message her on IG and get you that. Like honestly, like it's not that hard. I talked to the person. I got their card.
Jenny Frison had the her depiction of death from the Sandman series print.
Oh,
And I wanted two of them. I wanted to send one to Laura
You
from.
can still get
Birds
them,
in the
but
air.
there's no exclusivity to that though. Like literally,
But it's the moment. Like that's where you go.
Right.
You go for that moment. Oh my god!
my moment
Will you
was
sign that for me?
talking. My moment was talking. Jenny,
And,
like as she's closing her booth and saying what's up to her, like it was that's my experience was like having a genuine moment with her where I was just talking about her art and having a good time.
So
Not
what
like
now
having,
strikes
like, a
again
transaction.
here?
Did you ask her why every woman she draws looks like a mannequin with dead eyes?
Ooh, that's such a good question.
cold.
That's
Because
such a good
her
question.
inspiration is from like an old time.
I mean,
Like,
she removed the eyes completely out of the death one. She put teeth because she didn't want to do it.
I don't know. Can you ask J. Scott Campbell why every body figure that he does looks the freaking same, whether it's male or female?
And Sans, our poll is like dead heat between people thinking that AI is good and AI is bad.
And
Man,
we're
I thought
gonna-
it was going to be like way one sided, but
We're gonna wrap up with that. Let's do this
Yeah,
giveaway.
that's fine.
So, contest of champions number 1,
hold on.
Wait, what the heck?
Hold on, I gotta get
That's White Fox, man.
White Fox. Somebody's gonna get this goodness. Hashtag Wrath of Khan. We want to thank you guys again for always supporting the channel, man. Coming through, hanging out with us. We're having a blast, y'all. So
Of
do this.
booty. There, I'm in, right?
All right, we're gonna run it in 5, 4.
Hold on.
You spelled the wrath wrong.
I
See,
know.
that's it.
Shut up. You try to go back and tell me that when it mattered.
I put wrath of booty. I think that'll do it.
I just want to win so I can just give it away
There
and
you go.
influence them to buy it.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good luck. Cool.
Biggie, yeah! Oh, someday I thought my man Biggie.
Someday, aka Damn You Da Vinci. This is yours, my brother.
Damn you, Da Vinci.
Yes, he changed his name to Damn You Da Vinci because someday was coming through to the auctions and just sweeping up everything, and they'd be like, "Damn you, Da Vinci!" All right, but y'all, let's wrap up on the AI talk. Let's just let's kind of put a bow on it, man. AI, is it the future? Is it just going to exist here, or are people literally going to make it give it hell?
If people are going to give it hell, but it's not going away. It's going to boom. It's going to thrive. Listen, if you're an independent developer, and I'm going to go out on a limb, my man Jordan from the comic book dealer, no longer the comic book dealer, now Black Rose Publishing.
Black Rose.
If he could type in ChatGPT, type out his idea for a comic book, bam, have it generated. Go to Fodder, go to any other site, say, I want a comic book with this script, and then it write it. All the money that he spends on artists, content, and it puts something out there that people buy, it's a no-brainer for people to make money. Is it right? Is it wrong? No. Does it short the artist? 100% yes. Because artists are going to have to find a new edge to compete. It's just like the manufacturing lines for cars. People would build those cars every single day. Now a robot can do it with less wear and tear and more accurate. You have to find your edge. You have to set yourself above the bar. It is the future. You got to figure out how to compete with it, or you're going to just go under.
I think when it comes to AI and art in particular, not the writing part of it, I think what you're going to see is a lot of people sort of pulling back. Like so much of what we see is digitally created artwork nowadays. I think you're going to see a lot more of the Alex Rosses and
I would love
the
that.
Gists and the people who actually paint and do covers. And I think those are going to really stand out now.
I'd love that.
That's a good point. From my perspective, I think AI, I agree with Matt. I think it's here to stay, but I think there's going to be a hell of a battle in terms of who gets royalties if there's a use of someone's art or style. So with regards to, I'm telling AI to generate me a song that sounds like Eminem, and Eminem has that YouTube channel taken down or that YouTube video taken down because it sounds like him, but it's not him and it's not his words. There's going to be a lot of legal battle with AI. So a lot of precedent is going to be set in the near future.
But they won't win that. They won't win it because legal battle is stealing someone's true style when it's completely random.
But if you are an artist and you say, okay, Andy, like we said, Andy Warhol, he has a certain style. If everyone is generating,
you can't copyright your style. You can only copyright your pure image. That's the battle. Like you can't say this is my style because if I take your blue and make it light blue versus dark blue, it's a new style.
Right,
like,
and that's what I'm getting at. Though, will people find a way to make the argument that that's a Warhol? That is there. It's distinguished by how it is designed. That's a Warhol, and your AI is generating Warhols. Or you told ChatGPT to make Jay-Z voice on this new track, and now I'm marketing a song using Jay-Z's voice. Like, do these artists have any protection at all? And that's where we're gonna get to in the future.
So there's a little side part of the story which a lot of people may not be aware of. The Writers Guild is very close to going on strike. They're taking a vote here in about a week for their leadership to be able to go on strike when their contract comes up at the end of the month. There are two big issues in that. One is that writers aren't getting paid as much because of streaming services only doing 9 or 10 episodes instead of 24 to 26. The other part is the advent of AI as a writing tool.
I mean,
These are the two issues that the writers are fighting about. And if you don't think it's that big of an issue, then understand that every writer in the guild is like, no, we can't have this shit. That's how big a deal this is.
It will bankrupt everyone because it's the same problem where, like, college students, I have to write an essay on architecture in 2023.
You're taking ChatGPT.
And there's no way to trace it because it's a one-of-a-kind essay. It's not on a Google search. It's not out there for copyright. They can't search it in ChatGPT or whatever, come up and say, oh, we created that. It's literally untraceable.
Well, teachers have some type of software or something where they are able to detect AI or something of that nature is what I heard on. Again, I probably have to do more research.
Never shows up for class just wrote an A+ essay. That's the way you detect it because you know they didn't do it.
Right, Kyle. We want to hear from you, man. AI, wave of the future, man. What's going on with it?
It's like right now where it's at is like one of those like stupid games that you like to play where you're like, oh, let me see if I could put this into there and see what it shits out. And oh my goodness, that's hilarious, where it has like 3 arms and it's missing. It was a barbershop thing, but he's missing a body. Like it's super like simplistic stuff like that. I think if it were to develop better, I would appreciate it more. Right now I'm just like kind of like I just don't give a crap about it. It's not going to replace artists. It's going to be monetized. Like you're going to find yourself when you want to like mess around with it, it'll be like create an account and give us $15 a month for 10 auto creations and stuff like that. Like it's going to become monetized. It's going to be just kind of pointless. I think from a chat perspective, it's interesting. Like from a writing perspective, it's interesting because you can have it generate something and it's just a collection of words and you can edit that which is really interesting as well. I don't like that it pulls from artists and doesn't give them any credit. So personally, I'm not going to support AI generated art. I don't know. It just seems like a fun thing that you mess around at night with your buddies. If you're gonna use it to make money, then that's one thing. If you're gonna use it to replace artists, I don't think you can, because it has to draw from artists. All you're gonna do is take somebody's work. I'm not gonna say like, oh my goodness, that AI generated art, I'd like to pay $100 for the rights to it. Like I just don't see myself doing that. So that's my 2 pieces.
All right, ladies and gents.
I said interesting a lot during that too.
It's been a hell of a night, man.
It's been a low key night. It's been a low key night.
Yeah, it's been low key, but we've had.
I'm still on strike, so I just want to go out on a limb and just say fuck you. Okay.
Well, we haven't done your contract negotiations.
Yeah, we will get the contract negotiated, man. But we had an awesome time with the chat, going strong, 25 plus people, 22. So that's awesome. We want to continue to know what the community is focused on. So feel free to reach out to us to let us know what are some of the topics that are on your mind, on your thoughts, and we want to incorporate those into what we bring to the table as well. And we want to challenge you guys to go back and look at some of the old episodes and see how we've changed or our opinions, because as a group, we've been together for a year or 2 years now, and it's like, hey, Matt and his opinion on the MCU, maybe it's all the same, and Sans' opinion on the cons are different, and Kyle's opinion on indies ruling everything is so. Just realize things change, things have evolved, and we want you guys to continue that journey with us. So we want to thank you guys for coming out, from Kyle, Matt, my man Nola, all our special guests that will be coming through in the future. We appreciate you guys, and we will see you soon, ladies and gents. Stay safe.
Hey, what's up? I'm here with Sith Lordly of Spine Ticks, and you're watching
Wine, cheese, and comics, please.